I was expecting that. Nice. Okay,
Well,
you did it. Hey, I'm going to switch us.
No, it hurts every time you switch us.
It looks better. I deserve to be first.
I just felt like I got ripped in half.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. I'm glad I can make you
good?
feel that. Yeah, it's great. So we got one person watching. Woohoo! Let's go. Last week we seemed to have a lot more people in the audience. I'm hoping we're going to pull those people in as the show goes along. But if you're that lonely soul out there giving us a watch right now, welcome to the show.
It's Mo. Mo's in the chat.
It probably is Mo. Oh, cool. Dirk has a new sidekick. Who are you, new guy? Awesome. Welcome, Mo. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So this week, it looks like we're going to be talking X-Men, because it's all Kevin's fault, basically. Kevin loves X-Men.
I mean, it's the greatest IP ever made.
Oh, my God. Here we go. That lonely soul. Way to keep me invested. It's all good. Yeah, we're going to do some stuff. We're going to show some stuff. We're going to talk about some stuff. You really couldn't stand yourself. You really had to talk about X-Men tonight, didn't you?
I feel like everyone's talking about, like, people like it so much. To me, it's awesome.
Have you heard a lot of positive reviews about it, or are you just kind of that's your gut, or what's going on?
No, that's all I've heard. The only person I heard that wasn't so big on it was Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic was like, I'm not into it, but he goes, at least they're doing stuff out of the comics, because he's big about that.
But isn't he negative about everything? I feel like he's negative on any new thing. He's like, yep, it sucks. It's going to burn already. And I'm like,
I don't think he's as bad as others. Like, I think there's people that are always like that. So I feel like
I can't do that.
I feel like he's kind of handcuff yourself. That's like what your business was built on. So it's kind of hard to like.
Yeah, you can't be positive anymore because you have to find something to cut on it. But here's the problem. I'm not very hopeful in most movies that come out, but
right?
I will give it a shot. I will still watch it, even if I think it's going to be shit sometimes. I don't always like it. And yes, I will shut it off if I feel like I can't stand it anymore, but I will at least, most of the time, sometimes I won't, but most of the time I will turn it on and I'll at least try to give it a shot. So like the Marvels, I started watching the Marvels tonight.
I wouldn't say the Marvels is bad, but it's just eh.
Okay, so that's the way I feel. I'm like, it's not terrible, but excuse me, is it good? No. It's the reason I say that is not because I actually like these characters. I think these characters are good characters.
Yeah, the Miss Marvel.
I like Miss Marvel.
She's really good. She is very good.
I like Rambeau, Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, I like her too. Yeah.
But the problem is when they fight, it looked like a TV Power Ranger fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It kind of looked fake and like they were just doing stunt acting. And I thought to myself, that's a little too choreographed, a little too fake. So it just kind of bothered me a little bit. Mo says, I don't care about the original series and I don't care about this one. Hope the old fans enjoy it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
I'll have to say this. Like, I like the original, but I feel like this is better than the original.
Yeah, I think so too. They made improvements on it. But just like Mo says, and I kind of agree with him on this one. However, not being woke for the first 2 episodes is no proof that it won't be woke. Look at The Last of Us episode 3. Except you, Dirk. You've looked at it enough. Oh, Mo. Once is not enough, I guess. No.
Mo is not wrong, though.
I mean, yeah, he is. I never watched it twice. I only watched that episode 1 time.
Yeah, but you kept hitting rewind. So
Nope, I didn't. I really didn't.
There's rumors that you put pause on it a lot of times. So.
No, didn't do it. But anyway, I am going to give Echo a shot too. I know it's probably going to
Oh,
be bad, and I'm going to be pissed at it. I know this, but I'm going to go in trying to watch it just to see and to just kind of pick up what they're doing with it.
I feel like the last episode's the worst episode too.
Okay. I watched Loki.
I love the Loki series.
I didn't
I
think
love
it was good, man. I thought it was just meh. I could have been without this whole thing. It didn't affect me. I like Loki, but
Yeah.
it didn't make me feel much for his character. It didn't draw me in. I got to be honest.
that. Oh, see, I really like the Loki series.
The first season was okay, but the second season I was like, okay.
You're right, Mo.
The highlight reel though.
Eric's talking like a politician.
Yeah.
I get
No,
it.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You know who says no, I'm not? Politicians say that.
Right. I only hit it once.
Yeah.
No, but really, I mean, I don't know. I just it didn't hit me. And then the Marvels is ho hum, and I would say Echo is probably going to be the worst of all of it.
No, Secret Invasion's the worst. Then She-Hulk.
Okay.
I didn't finish.
I'll give you that. I forgot.
I wish I didn't finish. I wish I didn't finish. Echo's definitely better than She-Hulk and Secret Invasion.
Okay.
It's
I
better
hated
than that.
Secret Invasion. Thought it was the shit show of the earth. It was just terrible.
Secret Invasion might be the worst show I've ever watched.
Oh.
In history. Like,
wow.
It was really bad.
That's pretty bad.
Can you think of something that you watched was like, wow, this is worse?
I can't, but that's just because it's fresh. So I probably have.
I remember not liking what's his name's Langoliers when that was a miniseries.
I never watched that.
I wanted to say Steven Spielberg, but that's not who I mean. I mean the guy who writes stuff. Stephen King. Yeah. Yeah, there was for TV the Langoliers where it was this like black mass destroying everything.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I knew about the book.
In an airport.
I knew about the book, but nothing about it drew me in. Nothing at all. Also, while we're talking shows, has anybody watched Three Body? What's it called? Three Body something.
I have no idea
on
what
Netflix. Oh damn it! I'm gonna have to look it up. Yeah. Oh wait, stuff like the Marvels doesn't bother me. I mean, I'll make fun of it, but I'm not really annoyed or anything. There's always been dumb crap released. It only irritates me. Yeah, I agree with Mo on that. When they ruin something that used to be good.
Yeah, like Star Wars.
Three Body Problem. Thanks, Mo.
What is that? What's Three Body Problem?
So it's kind of interesting, and I'm going to give it more of a shot because I was so tired last night. Dude, I had water pump problems. Not that everybody needs to hear about my problems, but I was having well pump. And I was outside fixing my my well pump yesterday during good weather. So today, shitty weather. I'm glad I got it fixed. But now we're back. So I had a shitty day. I had to get called in and out of work. I had to come home, get the water on. Casey was home by herself. So that was fun. And then Amazon's been giving me fits over our book. So things were just shitty. But I was tired when I watched Three Body Problem on Netflix last night. So I watched the first episode. Is it a show or a movie? It's got episodes. So it's like, I don't know if it's like a limited series or if it's going to be an ongoing series. I have no idea. But it is interesting. And they're talking about things like the Hadron Colliders all over the earth. And they're talking about how, I know it's a sci-fi show, but I haven't got in too deep. And I think I fell asleep during parts. So I'm going to have to go back and rewatch parts of it and pick up on it. But it's following 5 scientists. And these other scientists during the beginning are killing themselves. Ooh. And they don't know what's going on. So they got this guy trying to find out what's happening with all of them. And so it's actually interesting at first. So I don't know. I fell asleep. I apologize. I'm going to try to watch it again. And that way I can give some details, but it's
you like
intriguing. It's a Chinese sci-fi series and novels that Netflix is apparently Netflixized. Okay. Hey, Felix House. Thanks for coming in,
Hail,
man.
Felix.
Yeah. Good to see you, man. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to give it a shot. A lot of people are talking about it on Twitter. I saw that. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll see what's happening. Other than that, I don't feel like there's very many good shows out there and anything to follow.
I just watched Reacher first season.
Oh, okay. What'd you think?
I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I like Reacher.
Yeah.
Season 2's different. It does change a little. And I feel like it's not as good as season 1, but that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just I don't like it as much. And then, I just found out I could watch Shogun. So I'm going to give Shogun a chance.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
Yeah. It's out on
What's
Hulu.
that on?
Hulu.
Hulu?
You can watch it. It's on Disney.
Yeah, Disney now has Hulu on it.
Yep. Mo says, I haven't read the novels. I considered watching the show, but the reviews have put me off for now. Oh, okay. Well, it's Netflix, so I always feel like you can always give something a shot on Netflix and then just not worry about it again. You know what I mean?
I feel like Netflix and HBO, like, even if the story's not good, like, the production is usually still top notch. Like,
production looks good. Yeah, I mean, the production's good. It's just the show was slow. The beginning was pretty slow to me. And that's why I was falling asleep, was because, man, I was already spent from working on my damn well pump and then having to come in, and I was wanting to relax. And
what do you have to do to fix it?
Not to bore everybody with the details, but there's a little hose on the outside of the pump that turns the electrical switch on.
Okay.
So you have your well pump, and at the side of the well pump is a little electrical switch. And when pressure runs from that hose into the electrical switch, it turns the switch on and off to make your pump run and fill your pressure tank.
Okay.
So that you're drawing that water up from the well, and then you've got pressure to go through your house. And that hose was clogged. We have really rusty water, so it happens all the time to me.
Casey made an appearance.
Hey.
She didn't say hi to the chat, though.
You didn't say hi to oh, she just waved.
Not in picture, though.
But to get in, I have a manhole that I have to hang over out back.
You've got to be kidding me.
And I was in a manhole on cement. So I'm laying with my ribs hanging in this hole, trying to get this thing.
How don't you make your boys do this stuff? They're teenagers.
I wouldn't trust them to fix that. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
What the hell's wrong with you? Get your boys to fix the pump. That's what he says. Casey rolled her eyes at you.
That's the only reason you have kids, is to do the shit you don't want to do, man.
Taking out the trash, they can do dishes, they sweep, they do stuff. But no, you don't put them on the well pump job. You want water? You want to have a shower? No, you don't do that.
One of them fixes computers, the other one fixes cars. Like, they should know how to do stuff.
They can fix cars and they can fix computers, but they know nothing of plumbing. Sunday, Ethan comes out of the shower with the whole freaking arm of the shower busted off.
How did that even happen?
Rust. Excuse me. So I had to replace the shower arm and then replace the fittings so that it would be back on, and so we could all take showers again. And then my damn well pump went out. So that's what I've been dealing with. Mo says, I really enjoyed season 1 of Reacher. Season 2 is more dumbed down and meatheadish, but not terrible. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Shogun's fantastic. Nice. I'm going to give that a shot tonight.
Good. I was hoping it was. To me, I thought it looked good.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that tonight because I'm excited about it. Casey probably heard Dirk say little hose and thought he was talking about midget porn.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy. Welcome, Barb Murphy.
Yeah.
Bad timing, but yeah, welcome anyway. Jeez. Leave it to Mo. Anyway, I'm choking over here. So, anyway, enough about my crap and my problems. He's laughing. I know he's laughing. We wanted to get into X-Men tonight because I don't know about you, but I am not as big of an X-Men as you are, of course. But
Well, of course not.
I did like, but I did like the cartoon.
Your favorite thing is Star Wars, right? There's nothing that compares to Star Wars for you.
Well, now no, but yeah,
No, but it always was.
yes,
For the longest period of your life, the biggest IP has always been Star Wars.
yeah, definitely, yeah. And
Well,
then
X-Men's always been my thing. That's my favorite.
Yeah, and I think that's
outside
great.
of sports, outside of like NFL. I love NFL.
Actually, I'm super excited for you because when things like this come back, I wish my favorite things like this would come back like this. Because I feel like this is them paying a good tribute to what used to be really friggin' awesome.
Yes.
You know? And that's what we want. As fans, that's what we want. And so far, the first 2 episodes have lived up to be as good as the original.
I think it's better than the originals.
Okay, but I mean, but it's at least hit the bar, if not went above it.
It's not been disappointing at all. It's better than I actually could have imagined it to be.
EVS. No, my son is named Ethan, by the way. Not EVS. Don't get that rumor started. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
That's funny. The Mandalorian was goodish until it fell off a cliff in season.
No, I thought the first season was really good, actually. Mandalorian.
I still like the Mandalorian. I'll still watch Mandalorian and possibly Ahsoka just because I'm interested in the Rebels characters. But I'm not going to give a lot into Star Wars anymore. The new Acolyte show it turned me off with the trailer. And so when I saw the Acolyte trailer come out, one thing it says, what'd they say? How they say it in the trailer? It said, it's not about good versus evil. It's about who has the power to wield it, or who has the ability to wield the power, is what it says.
That's what Star Wars has always been about, right?
No. It's been about good and bad. It's never been about gray. Now they're making it gray. It's like, well, nothing's really good. Nothing's really bad.
In the prequels, they did say that because what's his name was like, didn't he say good's a point of view or right's a point of view?
Yeah, which I knew what they were trying to do at that point because they were trying to show you how Anakin was this innocent child who became a villain. That makes sense because you're developing a character into an evil villain, which most villains, whenever they're thought right, are drawn out right and written well.
Or a good villain.
Well, solid villain, somebody who you're like, oh man, that guy's cool. They have motivations and they believe they're correct a lot of times, right? So I get what they're saying. But when you just wipe out that there is no good or bad and it's gray, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. I think the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian benefited from the rock bottom expectations set by the recent movies.
Well, they're saying that Kathleen Kennedy actually was jealous of The Mandalorian and did things to undermine it, like getting what's her name fired. They did that purposely to F up with stuff.
I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it because I think she wants to be in full control from what I get. And then from what I gather from, the internet, probably not much, but, and then it makes sense because whenever you watch, it just looks like Star Wars. It's all over the place right now. I don't know. It's kind of like Marvel is right now. Everything's disjointed. Doesn't seem like it's all gelling together.
Yeah.
It's in a bad spot. So
Disney's just in a bad spot.
Yeah. And I kind of wish they would leave Star Wars alone, but it's too big of a moneymaker. It will always.
Would they buy it for like $3 billion?
I don't know.
Wasn't it $3 billion? They bought it from.
I didn't follow it. I wasn't happy they sold it to Disney anyway. So.
Well, he wasn't doing anything with it.
Exactly. I would rather see that. I would rather see nothing. And
then
yeah, like don't develop it. If you're just going to shit on it, don't develop it. Yeah, I do wish they did not happen. Yes, I do.
You wish it just stayed at the trilogy and that was it?
Yep.
What about like the
Because-
comics and other books?
No, the expanded universe I wish happened because there was a lot of great stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And they were actually better than some of the movies and some of the other stuff that came out. And you had passionate people writing it.
Yeah.
And then not only that, it's the Wolverine thing, man. Once you found out his origin, it really kind of ruins Wolverine. It
Wolverine's
doesn't.
not ruined. You shut your mouth, Derek. He's
You
not.
know I'm
ruined.
right. You know I'm right.
It took a little
You
of the
know I'm
mystique
right.
out of it.
A little. It took all the mystique out.
Dude, he's more than just his history, though. He's got tons of stuff to his character.
He is, but he's also cooler when you don't know. Just like
Well,
Boba Fett. When
I
they made
think
him
too
a
it helps your
stuttering,
story, right? Because you can always just say, "Hey, this is from the
when
past."
they put
Like,
Boba Fett in with a speech impediment on on episode 2, and we found out that Boba Fett was a little kid, and then this is how he comes up and he becomes,
he had a speech impediment. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
he couldn't say his R's.
I totally don't remember that at all.
You need to go back and watch. It's so funny. Mo says, I don't think it's necessarily all about money. How much could they make re-releasing the original versions of the original trilogy, remastered in HD without all the lame changes? Yeah, I mean, it would be limited. I think you're right. Mo says, Boba Fett's a worse situation than Wolverine because they made his origin incredibly lame. Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah,
I think they did too. But you're talking about two of the biggest characters with some of the most mystique to their
Yes.
name, and they took it and they pulled the curtain back, and then you saw the man behind the curtain at that point. And just like in The Wizard of Oz, when you see the man behind the curtain, you realize it's lame.
Well,
you
gotta
know,
be
it's
honest,
just a
though.
dude.
Before they did Wolverine Origins in the 2000s, you still had 30 years of Wolverine backstory of stuff with Weapon X and Sabretooth and
But you could
Japan.
always play. You could always do things to make it interesting.
I still think they can, right? He's been alive for 200 years, like.
But they still have limits on what they can do in that era, and they have limits on where he can be. I just don't think it's great. So I'm talking about all of it, though, Mo. I'm not just talking about the movie. But yeah, Boba Fett, definitely. But I just don't like knowing the origin. I don't want to know his origin at all. I didn't want to know it. I thought it was so much better when you don't know, because what is cooler than a bounty hunter with no origin, and you don't know where he kind of came from, but you don't know everything about him. And
Do you think that makes the Joker better?
Yeah.
You have no
Definitely.
idea you don't even know what his real name is.
Yeah, I would rather have that, because like for those kind of characters, it adds something to it. It adds a dread, because you're just like, oh man, who is this guy, and what's his motivation sometimes? Like, you don't know what he's been through every time. You know some of it, but you don't know all of it.
Do we know any of Joker's background? Has that ever been?
I think so, yeah. I think they've done it. Shadowpunk, thanks for coming, man. Anyway, we got to get into the X-Men because we've spent a lot of time on this.
Did you see the trailer for tomorrow's episode?
No.
It's like a 50-second spot.
Oh, really? Nope, I did not.
They're definitely doing the Inferno stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
You want to bring it up and we can talk over it and you can see it real quick?
Not yet. Hang on, I want to talk about this first.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Which I don't think he's ever done this in the comics, at least to not mine.
I didn't know he could do this.
But it makes sense that he can do it. Like, that's not
Right.
And then they did the superhero landing like Deadpool.
Yeah.
To me, my X-Men.
Pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of badass
So-
stuff in it. That even the original comic didn't do badass stuff.
Right. I thought that was one of the best parts, and it
Oh,
really
that's awesome.
made Scott stand out. So look at this. Shadowpunk says, "Is this X-Men mega gay or actually good?"
No,
Actually,
it's very good.
Shadowpunk, I think it's good. If you like the '90s cartoon, I think this lives up.
I
to
think
what
if
you
you're an
want.
X-Men comic book fan, this holds up.
Yeah, I think so too. And I do like X-Men comics, and I had a lot of X-Men comics,
You don't
especially
have
in the
to say that,
90s.
Derek. Everybody who likes comics likes X-Men. I've never heard someone not like the X-Men. They are the comic.
Mo says supposedly it's good so far. Look at what Bancroft says. Welcome, Bancroft. Thanks for coming by the way. Look at this. He'd need to support his entire weight plus the force of his descent with his neck muscles. That's true.
Yes, he's got huge neck muscles, Bancroft. He has to do that every time he blasts something. We know this.
Dang.
X-Men is
It's still a cool
perfect.
move, but you're supposed to suspend disbelief here.
He's a mutant. They're not human. They could do stuff
Right.
that humans can't do.
Bancroft says, "Has anyone said it's woke?" I haven't heard it's woke yet.
No, there's no.
And
The
I
only
don't
thing
think
you
it
could
is. I
say
saw the
that's
first
woke in
two
it
episodes. No.
Is the morph thing in the end of the credits where it says
They?
is it he, him, or they, them? That's the only thing.
That's the only thing. And then yeah, that's the only thing I saw. But they don't talk about it.
No.
Want a piece of fruit? He said Shadowpunk says, "Does Wolverine ever say want a piece of fruit?"
No.
What? Oh my gosh. Bancroft would use his mastery of physics to have had Cyclops lowered by a crane. Ooh. Newton's rolling his grave watching that clip. Right. Oh my gosh. Years of blasting probably strengthened his neck muscles. Yeah, that's what I say. Because you got to think, anytime he has force coming, he would push his head back, right? So you would always have to brace.
That's why he's always doing the poses when he's doing it. Because that really is.
Crap. You're so full of crap. You know you are.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, look at in the comics and stuff. He's always doing a pose and his muscles are going because it's full force.
The only woke thing I heard about.
Rogue.
Yeah, it's the male gaze nerfing of Rogue.
Yeah, that's true. They definitely did that.
That's a famous line from the X-Men appearance on Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Then the Jug shows up. Oh, cool.
And Wolverine says, "Do you want a piece of fruit?"
I guess so. That's not the only way he strengthened his neck muscles if you read the new X-Men. Oh. Friggin' hate that, man. I'm going to act like that didn't even... I just want to act like that didn't even happen.
What are you talking about?
Don't they make like him and Wolverine gay? Or
no, he's talking about new X-Men with Emma Frost.
What? I thought there was something where he and Wolverine did something. I thought they had something in the comics where that happened.
When he said new X-Men, I thought he was talking about the 2000 run, the new X-Men. Or
maybe
is he saying
wrong.
The new X-Men, the Karoki, whatever X-Men.
Oh, I had it right. That's what I thought. I thought I saw that.
True. That didn't happen. That was just someone. They made a thing about it, but that's not really happened.
I don't know, dude. All I know is, yikes.
You didn't capitalize on that.
Wolverine skewers a bunch of fruit on the table and offers it to Starfire. Oh, okay. Must not have seen that. So I didn't know.
Starfire? Is he talking about Spider-Man and Friends with Iceman and Starfire?
Probably,
That's what he must be talking about.
He said Spider-Man and Friends.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I just don't think I've seen enough of the episodes to really get a good beat on if this is going to be good. 2 episodes in isn't really very far. What I've seen so far is good, but it could take...
It's 20%. There's 10 episodes.
I mean, it could take a turn, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, And that's what everybody's worried about, I think. Dirk is always right because he's immortal. Yeah.
What? When did you become immortal? Because you're the Dukester?
I guess so.
The immortal Dukester?
Fire chick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm always immortal. What are you talking about? I'll live on in infamy.
What do you think will happen when Hulk Hogan dies?
When Hulk Hogan dies, where did Hulk Hogan come from?
You're the immortal Dukester after the immortal Hulk Hogan Hulkster. God, stick with this.
I don't think so. I don't know if that's what that comes
What
from.
else would they be calling you immortal for?
Don't know. Anyway, Mo says Dirk's often right. Unless he's reviewing Rush or The Last of Us episode 3, we're talking about how mountains are the corpses of giants. Vincent Flanagan, welcome. Dirk is always wrong because he's immortal. Oh. Bancroft says Hulk Hogan will never die. I agree. Dean, welcome. Thanks for coming, man. Good to see you.
Creepy eyes.
He's just looking.
Well, it looks like those eyes are looking back at him.
He will live on. My still bagged mail away. My still bagged mail
Wait,
away.
What are you talking about, Bancroft? Bagged mail away Hasbro figure?
Oh, I know what he means. Yeah, it's a send away figure that you get. You get a mail figure, and whenever you collect the figures, you get those little was it UPC symbols or something, and you mail away for it, and you get the figure in the bag sent to you.
I never had that done.
I have.
Is that really worth $2,500?
Established value $2,500. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Did Dirk forget how to read mid-sentence? I did, but also Murph's jumping in, and I'm trying to get like. Bancroft has a funny way of saying things. Look, he will live on my still bagged mail away Hasbro figure. There we go. That sounded better. Good stuff. Welcome. Murph and Dirk.
Dirk and
Brad Croft is live and well. Anyway, for me, the X-Men show, what were some of the highlights? Let's get back to that. What do you think were some of the highlights of that show?
Well, it wasn't Wolverine in the X-Men one.
Yes, I love that. In fact, that was probably one of my favorite parts because we got to focus more on Scott.
Scott, Storm, and Magneto all had bigger roles than Wolverine.
Yeah, and I thought that was fantastic. I think it's about time, and I like Scott Summers. I'm a fan of Scott Summers.
Scott was great.
And I hate when they kind of push him back and kind of dismiss him as being the Boy Scout only. And I think that takes away from who he really is, the character that I know. So,
oh, yeah.
Mo says he should have said he will live on in or with his mail in bagged figure, but it was still easy enough to tell what he meant. Okay. The mail away Undertaker's worth more than like 6,000. Apparently, fewer people wanted that one.
I don't remember you being able to do that because I got all the action figures. I don't remember getting a free one.
I don't know, dude. I didn't collect wrestling figures really.
Well, they didn't have action figures when you were a kid. You were so old, right? You just
they had some. They had some action figures, but they weren't that. The wrestling figures weren't that good.
Weren't they the ones where they couldn't move? They were like not Neil Armstrong, but what's that toy called that you could stretch?
Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong would be that's exactly
it. For me, once you get G.I. Joe figures and they can every little piece of them can move because G.I. Joe figures are the 3.5 inch, man, they were like some of the best action figures at that time in the 80s. And
well, even the
now,
wrestling figures I had, you couldn't move their legs. You could move their waist and their arms. And some of them, you couldn't even move their arms depending on what the characters did, like their special thing. But yeah, you couldn't do anything with the legs. They were just,
Right. Did you see what Mo says? Cyclops is not only the Boy Scout, he's also the immortal Psycuck who wears rose-colored glasses to avoid noticing his girl banging other dudes.
I don't know why he says that. Cyclops has dated like every X-Men female. Yes, like the
Is Mark
button, like,
talking through a
subscribe, share. I have a
Hulk
really
Hogan
bad
Melloway
sore
figure.
throat, so my voice it keeps wanting to go.
Okay.
I actually lost my voice at work today talking so much.
Yeah. Sucks, man. Hulk Hogan mail-away figure was a limited edition WWF Hasbro figure received
Why don't
after
I
only
remember that?
applying through a magazine. Only 3,000 are believed to have been produced. Wow.
That's not. Was it an Australian? It wasn't an Australian thing.
Australia?
Yeah,
Wow,
this was
man.
back in '93. I was watching wrestling in '93.
Cyclops has dated a lot of women. Wow, we're on two subjects here.
Yeah.
But those relationships are only ever exclusive on his end. Yeah. I DM'd you the Wolverine clip, Dirk. Oh, okay. I'll try to play that here in just a few minutes, Shadowpunk. He goes, because it's so damn important to me. That's okay, man. We'll try to give it a peek here in a minute. So I think that's cool. I mean, those action figures were cool, man. But wrestling figures, I didn't get into them, and then I was kind of out of toys at that point. Like in the '90s, I was working, I was doing other shit. But I had a lot of toys in the '80s,
right?
What?
You were 20.
Yes. In '94, I was 20. So,
okay.
Yeah, I was doing other stuff at that time. But in the '80s, I had toys. I had Star Wars, and I had G.I. Joe, the 3.5-inch G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah, I thought the G.I. Joes were too small. Like, that's just so small, man.
No, dude, they were the best because not only could you fit weapons in their hands, but then they could pose in any way you wanted. Their wrists would turn, their forearms would turn like this.
Yeah.
Then
but
you could move their arms.
I felt like they made them look
awesome.
less real because they had so many like lines, and you know what I mean?
No way. Go and look at some of the toys they've done that are like this big, and they have all that, and it looks like crap.
That's what I'm saying.
The little ones though look better because you couldn't see all that as much.
See, I feel like I could, and I never was into G.I. Joe.
I mean, look at this. Dean's hitting the Cyclops thing. You're forgetting that Cyclops once had two Jeans fighting over him, Mo, right? Madeline and Jean.
And with that seems like what's happening is going to happen in this cartoon.
Yeah, it seems like that's the way they're going, right? So you can tell that I mean, from the first episode,
1970 is a fossil.
I wasn't born before 70. I was born in 74.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not a fossil. I am 50 though. So
do you feel 50?
No, hell no. I mean, sometimes when I'm getting up off the couch, yeah, I feel 50, but there's other times where it's like, no.
Did you feel like that when you were underground fixing your plumbing?
Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. So I guess I picked up on this storyline right from the get-go. When I saw Jean pregnant, I was like, uh-oh, we're getting Madeline Pryor right away. It was a pickup right then and there. I didn't even have to think twice about it. Did you get that right away?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you haven't read Inferno, have you?
I may. It's been so long.
It
dude,
was
I can't
the
remember
start
all
of
the
X
stories
when they brought the first 5 back in X Factor. That is like their. Well, it's not their first story, but it's definitely one of the.
Yeah,
Mutant.
I have read some of that, and I know enough about what's happened, so I know most of the, not timeline, but kind of events.
But they could change it. That could be in the comics. He has a son with Madeline, not with Jean. So we don't know if the one pregnant was Madeline or Jean. They could switch it to where it's Jean and then Madeline's.
And that's what makes me believe that Jean is actually Madeline, and it's reversed because Madeline is the one. Yeah, because Madeline is the one who has Nathan, not Jean. So it makes me think
Jean's son.
Yeah, it makes me think that Scott is actually with Madeline right now, only she thinks she's Jean. But I don't know. I don't know how they'll play that out, but that's the way I feel like it's going because
Madeline didn't know she she didn't know she was a clone of Jean. She finds this all as it goes, and that's what makes her go nuts.
Yeah.
So, but she never
Right.
knew she was Jean. She always thought she was Madeline. Like,
Right. I knew that. But what I'm saying is, I mean, they could put a little twist on it and kind of switch it up, just to thinking they're going to throw people off.
well, just the fact that Cyclops isn't leaving his baby and his wife for Jean is good, because that's what they did in the comic. So
that's what gets me about his character. I'm like, as soon as he finds out that Madeline is not Jean, he leaves her for Jean and leaves the baby and leaves Madeline and just like, see you later. Deuces.
Well, I mean, Marvel wanted it because they wanted the X Factor comic. So they brought Jean back to life. And
okay, but how could they make Scott, who's usually what they call the Boy Scout, right? Yeah. How could he just up and leave his kid? Like, it don't matter. See you later. I'm out.
I mean, he found out she was a clone. I guess that would be a little weird, finding it's a clone and not a human. You know what I mean? So
I mean, I guess, but you did have a kid with her, and you're kind of having a family. You know what I mean? Like, what's?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh wait, yeah. I want to read Dean's. There's a Goblin Queen action figure that comes with the baby Cable. So spoilers.
Yeah, they made action figures of this season. So yeah, people knew it was coming.
Oh, okay. Now, doesn't she become the Dark Phoenix, Madeline?
No.
No?
She becomes the Goblin Queen.
Okay. And then does Jean become the Dark Phoenix? Is that the way it works? I can't remember how that plays out.
Jean was the Dark Phoenix before this.
Before. So the issue of Madeline
because
Scott,
Jean died as the Dark Phoenix, and that's why she was gone.
Okay.
And then Fantastic Four found her in the water, that she was cocooned, and that's what brought her back and made Scott leave Madeline.
Okay.
The giant shark.
I don't know about that comment, but I'm going to share this because Shadowpunk sent this.
Yeah, I think it's only like 50 seconds. So, and I think if we talk over it, we won't get stricken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what. Oh, that's awesome.
How you doing?
We'll let it play one more time, I guess.
Want a piece of fruit?
It's a very short-lived video.
That's so funny too that he talks like he's Australian with Hugh Jackman becoming.
Want a piece of fruit? Oh, Days of Our Mutant Lives. I know, but I mean,
yeah,
some of this stuff is like, I don't know. I feel like this is some of the biggest canon for Jean and Scott, right?
It's up there.
I mean, this is some of the biggest stuff that you'll come across. So Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
That is hilarious. You ever see that T-shirt?
Yeah.
That meme?
X-Men 170 something. Yeah.
Well,
Australian Wolverine is a treasure. I love it. Want a piece of fruit? Fruit? Is that what it is? Piece of fruit?
On a piece of fruit.
Fruit?
It is funny though when you read it that way. It is easier to do the accent. Want a piece of fruit?
Oh my god, that's too funny. I just think, that aside, I really loved
the action was freaking great.
I love the action. I love Magneto. Now his outfit's a little bit to be desired for me.
Yeah, I know that it's comic accurate, but they probably didn't need the big M on there. They could have done something else.
I don't know about the M, but it's those gloves. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That looks a little drag to me.
It does. It does, but it is what he wore back. Like,
I know it. I mean, I like that they're doing comic accurate stuff. It's just that, man, that I probably would have tweaked that just to make it cooler.
Yeah, they could have. They definitely could have.
That's not a.
And they're doing a lot of comic accurate stuff. Like Rogue and Magneto were a thing.
Yeah.
In Age of Apocalypse and when she was the Savage Land Rogue, when she lost her powers. Storm losing her powers is a story arc. Cyclops leaving the team's a story arc. So they did do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Well, here Dean says it's nothing new. It was terrible then. It's terrible now. Yeah, I didn't like Magneto's outfit at all.
Oh yeah,
But
no, you're right. Yeah,
but
it is terrible,
but it, man, dude, Magneto at the end of episode 2 was badass.
dude, the writing, just what they talk, like how they speak and everything, it's so well written. Like Magneto's speeches are freaking great. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it was awesome, and it was good the way he played it out because it showed him asserting his power, but he didn't take it as far as everybody knew he could have, which was
oh
awesome.
man, he brought them outside of Earth. Like, holy crap, man!
Well, the edge. They were at the edge. So
yeah.
Bancroft says if you say "rise up lights" in an American accent, it sounds like razor blades in Australian. Rise up lights. Is that what you want me to say?
Rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and I don't know. I felt like every character in here pretty much had a story going for them, except for Beast and Wolverine and Morph, right?
Bishop really didn't have a story either.
Yeah, that's true. He was kind of just support.
I mean, there's 12 characters, so you only have so much time. They did a lot for basically both episodes being together under an hour. Like,
right. Yeah, I mean, and I like that they were more background because I feel like you can't focus on everyone, but also I don't want to see just Wolverine centric stories all the time. So I want to see something come out and play because I feel like, well, we know who the big bad is, right? Because that's why I named this video Sinister Plans.
mm-hmm.
And we know Sinister is going to be the big bad. What do you think about that? Do you think that's going to lead into the movies that they're going to use him for like future movies? Or do you think they're going to leave Sinister out and they're only going to use him in the cartoons?
No, they'll use him in the movies. He's a big bad.
You think so?
Yeah, he's one of their top. He's a top tier.
It interests me because I feel like Sinister hasn't been used that much, you know? I don't know. It feels like in the
comics, he's got a lot of stories in the comics, but the movies, they've made allusions to him with the Essex group, but they've never done anything with him.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, it'd be interesting. He'll probably look. We've never seen a live action Sinister. He might look really weird, like because he's almost like a vampire, but not like.
I think if you played the vampire piece up, it could look pretty cool. You could do it pretty cool.
I guess.
Dean says even the best X-Men movies, though entertaining movies, are terrible X-Men movies. I agree.
X2 is not a terrible X-Men. X2 and Days of Future Past are not terrible.
It's still not a great movie, man. It's okay. It's okay. They're not really great.
X2 at one time was considered the best superhero movie ever made. So,
but that's when there was only like 5 superhero movies out.
Well, you had Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Was still Blade, Ghost Rider, Daredevil.
It was okay for a minute, man. It was okay for a minute, and then it was easily surpassed. The only thing that makes that movie stand out is what's his name?
What? That you have Nightcrawler, that you have Weapon X.
Okay, stop. Nightcrawler. His bamfing at the beginning of the movie is really what makes that movie badass. After that, the movie ain't that great.
What are you talking about? There's a lot of action scenes in it.
So?
There's a lot of cool stuff. You're just prejudiced against the movies because you're hurt by what happened to Star Wars.
No. But listen, will we ever solve the mystery of exactly what the hell Jubilee's powers are and how they can possibly harm anyone? I love it.
Yeah, you haven't seen people blow off their hands with fireworks? That's what.
Oh my God! Are you justifying for Jubilee? Here's the thing: I like Jubilee as a character. I hate her powers, and I don't know why they never developed her powers.
You know what? Next July, why don't you go to the store, get one of those fizzy things you can write your name in it, but touch your face with it and see if you don't think that could be used to fight somebody.
Oh, Murph. Is this
They're
where we fall?
explosions.
They're little pyro theatrics.
Guess what? It can still mess you up.
It can take a finger off, I guess. They're not just the X-Men, Murph. As I said, even the good ones, though entertaining movies, aren't good X-Men movies. And I'm fully on
You
with
mean
you.
compared to what the X-Men can be?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they have.
But I said that a long
there
time
hasn't
ago
been
to
like,
you.
oh, that's a perfect X-Men movie.
I mean, for me, the X-Men movies were cool when they first came out, and then I started realizing, okay, first off, they're messing up all continuity with themselves, not anything to do with comics, but for themselves, there's no continuity. Yeah. And beyond that, then they just weren't getting things right. I felt like some of the casting really wasn't awesome. Some of it was really good, and some of it was not so good.
What casting did you like?
I just felt like they threw people in, especially like if you watch Nightcrawler throughout most of the movies, they're just throwing people in to be Nightcrawler, like especially after X2.
When they get the kid.
Yeah. I'm like, come on. And then Beast. I mean, I felt like Nicholas Hoult as Beast was not a good cast.
Yeah, you're right.
I like him, but as Beast, he's not good.
Correct.
I don't know who else. I can go through other names. I didn't like Jennifer, whatever her name is, as Mystique.
Oh yeah, she's not like Mystique at all.
No. When I was a kid, I legitimately
made a new
power.
Character.
Yeah, I legitimately thought her power is to shoot jelly beans from her fingers. Australians don't celebrate the 4th of July. It's true. They don't.
They should.
Bancroft. So in a battle with her enemies leave with singed eyebrows.
Bancroft, shave your eyebrows out and see how you do the next day. That could be life altering.
And Felix says Bancroft can't buy fireworks.
Australia, it's illegal for fireworks?
It probably is. They can't possess fireworks. And
see? Because they're that powerful.
He says, I can if I drive up to Canberra. Okay.
See? Firework power is badass, man. She can start a house fire.
So Mo says Beast doesn't say, oh, my stars and garters enough in the movie.
That is funny.
That's true. And Wolverine should be played by a midget. Give moviegoers what they want. Comic accuracy. Truth. That's true. Although I will say,
Wolverine's not a midget. But...
I love Kelsey Grammer as Beast. I love him. His voice as the Beast. He has to be the Beast. It's just perfect. And when I heard him do that, I mean, whenever he was in X3 and did it, I loved it, but I hated the makeup. I hated the way he looked. But I loved hearing him talk because I was like,
and how he acted.
That is Beast.
How he acted and everything. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was perfect. So
I'm so glad the MCU is keeping him.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. So I've only seen that scene, the extra scene at the end of Marvel's, like online.
Yeah.
So, but I do think him as that character is great.
I'm hoping this cartoon shows the MCU, like, keep it comic book related. That's what people want. Like, don't be putting all this politics in there. Just the X-Men, really, it's a family trying to protect humans and mutants that are affected, against people that hate them.
Right.
The X-Men save human beings too, not just mutants. Like,
yeah. So Mo says, bring in Gambit and make him talk like a barely decipherably French caveman. Gay Ron sales, and he is in the cartoon, by the way.
But he doesn't have that big of a role yet.
Not yet. Hopefully,
you're definitely going to see him and Magneto have a rivalry now because of Rogue.
Yeah, and I liked when he jumps on Wolverine's back.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fun. I was like, oh, that's pretty fun. That's a different twist we haven't seen. So, thought it was.
And then they made Morph cool. Like, who would have thought? As somebody.
I actually liked how in the original cartoon, he was very annoying.
Yes.
And I hated his voice. But in this, he actually, he gets along well with Wolverine, and he hangs all the time with Wolverine and has a great time. And I just thought that was cool that they kind of made them have a camaraderie.
Dude, and he really digged into Wolverine, changing into Jean and being like, watching our perfect life. He's like, man, he didn't hold back.
Right. And then I liked when he changed into Sabretooth and was like, fighting with Wolverine and stuff. That was pretty fun. The X-Men is an epic science fiction space opera. The politics are very small footnote in the history of what the X-Men books were about. Yes. I agree, Dean. I really, I think the cartoon has potential to go to so many places that movies probably won't. One thing we never get to see is the Shi'ar Empire. I'd like to see that. That'd be fun. I hope they stay away from some of the Morlocks for a while. They've already shown them in the first episode or second episode. And
I think that's where Storm's going.
But I kind of wish they would stay away because I get so sick of the Morlocks. I felt like they've done too much with them.
You just hate them because they're ugly, you bigot.
No, I don't think the story is all that interesting. It's okay, but I don't love it. The movies need more space chicks with diamond-shaped heads. Yes.
Well, Professor X is with the Shi'ar right now in the cartoon.
Mo says some things don't work the same in live action. Lies. Welcome back. Good stuff. Good to see you again. Yeah, I mean, wait, what was the last thing you said before that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, Professor X is with the Shi'ar Empire. That's how the last episode ended. They took him because he was getting sick and their technology.
Yeah. So but I hope they get into that. I want to see that. I want to, I hope they develop that a little bit.
Well, give it time. I like the idea of Magneto actually being the leader. Like, let's go with it. Like, let's not end that too soon. I kind of like that idea of him.
Yeah. Oh no, me too. I think it's great.
And even him holding those helicopters, that was so badass.
Gambit jumped on Wolverine's back. Dude, he really dug into Wolverine. Now you made it sound gay.
Eric can't help himself.
That's awesome. Guys, let's EFAP Mrs. Good Stuff's new video. Oh.
EFAP.
Dang.
How do you EFAP a video?
Uh-oh. Boomer. I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know. So I don't have to leave this stream to watch it. You don't have to, Mo. Pale Rider tried to match you, but it just didn't happen, Mo. All right.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. Probably because Mo's in that video. He's a star in Mrs. Good Stuff's new vid just released. To his credit, Pale Rider's an epic Sugar Crisp Roastmaster. I put it up. You're not following the chat.
Oh, I'm not even looking at the chat.
See what I mean?
I have just the video up.
So, anyway, my whole point of this is I enjoyed the show. I hope if you're X-Men fans, go watch it because I think it's worth a watch. It's worth your time.
Loved it. I can't wait for the next episode tomorrow.
I think this is one of the few things that we're going to get where we're going to be like, okay, cool. But even if it's just for a few episodes, I'm not going to say everything's going to be great because I don't know yet. But but I will say what I've seen so far, I've been happy with. And I hope you guys will give that at least the chance, the first 2 episodes, because it was cool to see. It was pretty cool to see.
The action is really, really well done.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they do all the characters justice. They don't do anything weird. Nothing really to speak about at all. So pretty cool. Excuse me.
He's taking over the Sentinel, figuring out how to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. That was actually fun. You're telling all the stuff.
Hey, it's really well done.
Yeah. Look at this. In their comic, Dirk thanked the chat and Murph didn't. Good stuff. Oh, and you're welcome. It's true.
I thank the chat now. In the second edition, it's in there.
Look, Murph doesn't care about us. Chat confirmed. See?
No,
you proved it right here. You proved it.
It was a setup. Derek told me to write thank yous. I wrote it.
But dude,
he put his in, and he didn't say anything to me. It was a setup.
Wait, why? Wait, Wait a minute. I set you up by not saying anything? That's
Because
what
you
just
saw
said.
my thank you. I never got to see your thank you. So
Yeah,
you
did.
clearly
I showed you my thank you. And I said, this is what I'm doing. And you went, oh, you thank the chat? I didn't do that. Yep.
why do you make me sound like I'm a walrus learning English?
Because that's kind of the way you are.
That's how I talk, like a walrus human.
Yes. So, but it's true. And I was like, I can't help that you didn't. I thought of thanking the chat. I was like, oh yeah, we got to thank them.
So clearly your story doesn't even hold up, because how you're
What?
saying it, why wouldn't I have changed it to include the chat? Because that's not what happened. You told me after you published it in our book to where it was already
Nope.
done. You didn't tell me
Nope.
pre.
Nope.
Yes.
No
You're-
way.
So you're telling
First
me
off-
I knew you
first off,
thanked the chat, and I was willingly not going
When
to thank
you
the chat?
gave me your blurb, I put the
Yes.
blurb on the page. And then when I
Yes.
made my blurb up, I showed you the whole page and said, this is mine along with yours. And this
The
is what
page
it's
was-
going to look like
But it was
before
done.
before we publish.
It was done. This is a setup.
Uh-huh.
This is a setup.
Uh-huh. We know, guys. We know the truth. Murph, even if he didn't show you, gratefulness to the chat should come from the heart. Yes.
What do I need to do? Sing a song to the chat? Thank you, chat.
Look at this. Murph, you are the writer. Why should Dirk have to write your thanks for you?
No, he didn't. He didn't have to write the thanks. Clearly, he looked at my thanks and then tried to one up me, where he even did 2 paragraphs to my 1 paragraph.
Okay,
It was grandstanding.
First off, no. Second off, I just remembered more people than you did. You didn't remember shit, and I remembered everybody. No, the truth is, I did have a lot of people to thank, though. And as I was trying to write it down, it was like, I just have a lot I wanted to say.
Yes.
And I'm proud of my thank you. I am. I'm proud of it. I love my thank you. That's going to be a forever thing. I'm going to look back on that and go, I love it. I love that I did that. I thanked everybody that I really thought was important to everything that happened in that book. So it was cool. Murph sees the chat as Dirk saw the Celestials in that one infamous panel as the little people. Oh man, a simple thank you video, nude with a smoky ambiance, singing Total Eclipse of the Heart. That will fix it, Murph.
I'll do it, but I don't think you guys are going to be happy with it.
Turn around. There you go, Murph.
Every now and then you ever see it where that guy does that song, but he keeps putting the F word in the song and it works?
Look at
He
this.
goes like, I effing need you more than ever.
I effing need you more.
Yeah, it
look at
works. He keeps putting the F word in it, and still, the song still works.
Look what Dean put up.
Well, if it's from Dean, I'm fine, because I don't put Dean in high regard. So,
but we know this is true, so it's okay. Dean's on
it's
point.
Dean. If it was from someone else, then maybe. But it's Dean. Dean just likes to be negative.
So Good Stuff says, I want that vid. You film it, I'll edit it. That's funny.
If you can guarantee I won't get hit with a sex offense, then because
would you get hit with that if it's just a video?
Yeah, if you naked, you can't just put stuff out there like that.
Well, he said it's going to be steamy, so you're not going to see.
Oh,
right?
Oh,
I mean, you're
I'm fine with
nude.
that.
We know you're nude, but are we going to have to see? I don't want to see that.
I thought that was the point of it, though.
I mean, the nudie, like we have to know you're nude, but I
It's
don't want
funny
to
how
see
you say the word nudie. Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't sound like a real
it's
word.
because I don't really want to deal. I don't want to see that. Just wear a banana hammock. Oh wow! Yikes! That's like, ew. Whew. If you do that video, you're on your own. I will have no part.
Oh,
too funny. Well, is that all you got on the show? Really? You were that excited and you didn't even
I don't
talk
feel
much
that
about it?
good. I still got all this shit in my
Oh.
throat.
Okay. Well, I just feel like the show was good, and I'm glad, and I was excited for it because I was
Yeah.
happy that you liked it because I'm going, and I heard Dean liked it because I know all you guys are good X-Men fans, and I'm like, it's about time we got something that was cool.
X-Men's the greatest
So,
IP ever, so yes, it's just
yeah.
about time.
Now that I chased everyone away with that,
Way
they
to go,
might have.
good stuff.
I don't think so.
You put that stuff
But-
out in the universe, it has consequences.
Well, it's 9:00, and I'm thinking either I don't know, is Bancroft on or somebody's on.
So is that why
doing
Bancroft
show.
came in here to take our viewers? He comes in
Maybe.
here, yanks them.
Probably, but a lot of them go over and watch anyway, so it doesn't matter.
We need to get attorneys involved and
Maybe
send a letter to Bancroft. Stop
Oh,
taking
he's not
your
on.
investments.
Oh, okay. He's not on till tomorrow, but there's probably somebody else on at 9:00. There's
Yeah.
always somebody going on. So, no. Anyway,
Well, you said the YouTube thing's starting to slow down. That it's not.
well, I mean, yeah. Even Bancroft was saying that is it worth pushing people's books and campaigns on streams anymore? And I just told him, I said, we're going to keep doing our thing. Whatever, man. Trends come and go. We're going to do our thing. We're still going to be having fun. And if somebody wants to push a campaign on here and they ask us to come on, we will more than likely say yes, unless we just aren't streaming that week or something. But other than that, we're probably going to allow people to be on.
Okay. So we hit an
Good
hour.
stuff.
He yanked
He yanked
you.
the viewers.
Oh,
Oh,
we hit an hour.
look at that one.
Let's
So,
call it a
okay.
night.
One thing I want to say before we go, guys, is Murph and I are getting the book on Amazon. Currently, the
Mhm.
book is on Amazon KDP
Pending.
in review. What?
It's pending.
It's pending. It's in review because we're having
Which
some
means
formatting
pending.
issues. So, because it's in review, it means the trim size or something with the trim. We're just struggling getting it to be up to their whatever they consider. It's funny because I know everything's up to quality. It's just they get really picky if it's not at the exact dimension or something. If something's just a little bit off, they're going to say add 0.025 millimeter to each page, and that's what's going on. So we're trying to get everything, up to snuff for them to be able to publish. And then we also have the digital in review, so you'll be able to get both on Amazon coming up. And we're getting excited for that. So hopefully, I mean, if things go
definitely.
well, next week we'll be launching and kind of relaunching, right? For sale.
No,
Yeah. What do you mean? No.
it's a different launch though, because they're not getting stuff. It's not our.
Why do you always put the damper on it? You should
Nobody
hype
would
it and
damper.
say,
I'm saying
yes, it's a launch. We're going to
It's a
launch
new
our book
launch.
again. It's
not a
going to be
relaunch.
fun.
It's a new launch. It's like nothing we've done before. It's brand spanking new. There's no negativity in that. It's the new hotness.
And what I said wasn't wrong. So anyway,
You said relaunch.
the main problem with viewership on this channel is the change to Crazy Mad's work schedule. Yeah, that sucks, man. I
Oh,
really miss
man.
Crazy Mad. He was part of it. And we didn't have question of the week either because of it. So
Is there a day that
Awesome,
works better for
guys.
his schedule?
I don't know. I feel like if we change, though, then it's all going to be messing up everybody else. So we got to
I
watch what
know.
we do.
I didn't think Jins had schedules.
He goes, you have 5 viewers, but also 5 people in the chat. At least it's good engagement. I mean, yeah,
That is
it's
true.
weird because like last week we had 100 views. We had 99 views on the last week's show. I mean, and
And we got
that's
over
pretty good.
260 subscribers now. We got like 262.
Oh, wow. We've gone up.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But yeah, we're trying to keep our engagement up. I feel like our content's been pretty good in the last several episodes. And we're going to keep trying to deliver stuff like that for you guys and have fun. So, like I said, we're not going to change too much, guys. We're going to keep doing our thing. I don't care about trends.
Unless something works out better for us.
Yeah, but it's not a trend. It's going to be what we feel like we want to go do. It's not going to be based on what's popular or what
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, whatever's happening in that moment, I guess. We might do that, but not much. But yeah, we always want to have fun with you guys. So we're going to continue that all the time and try to make this the best channel we can. I can make
I mean, this is
trailer
the
for
most
your
I
channel.
laugh during the week. Like I usually have my loudest laugh from here.
Yeah, yeah. Good stuff. We got stuff coming your way. I have a few things that I would like you to work on. And so we will be doing that. And then we need to talk about some things too. So I'll be connecting with you pretty soon. Sumo Thori, look at that. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I do suggest when you pop into Bancroft's chats, use this channel's account for more name recognition. Yeah.
Oh.
I agree. I've done that a few times and it's pretty cool. Good stuff. Dirk prides himself on his trailers. I know, man. I got to do it. Awesome. Can't wait. Oh, now we're getting all kinds of people showing up. Look, Ice Queen got one more viewer because I can't sleep like I usually am at this time. Well, anyway, thanks for coming in. It's good to see you.
Well,
and everybody's saying hi now. Dirk, show that ugly tongue trailer. I don't think so, man. I think I'm staying away from that one.
That's what made the band split up, was that trailer.
Right.
After that, doing everything. That's the behind the music part that switches. Remember the behind they'd always have that where it'd be like, you know, Behind the Music was a good show. I don't know why someone like Netflix doesn't do that. Like,
isn't it weird how there's really been nothing like that since? Because it really was a good show.
Dude, that was like 30 years ago. So, like, you imagine all the things you could do now? Like,
yeah. Hey, did you see Felix? You made a video, man. Is it cool? I want to see it. Let's watch Felix's video. Let me see if I can call it up, guys. Got to pull it up here. Murph, you got to talk to everybody while I'm doing that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, hasn't seen it yet.
Is it a video for us? What is this?
Is this going to like kill our channel, Felix, or is it going to be cool?
Are we going to get sued for this?
We've done this before and it was bad.
That South Park one?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We got nailed for that one.
Yeah, man. Oh, for some reason I'm having trouble with this page opening and I'm not sure why. It's Dropbox, and usually I have Dropbox open up pretty easy.
Dropbox.
So, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to check this out before I let it play for us. This is ridiculous. I can't take this.
Can you show it or no?
Yeah, but oh man, Sugar Chris is going to kill us. Oh man. Felix made a freaking hilarious video for Allie's channel. And Dean said, I'm going to send you something that's relevant to this stream, Dirk. Yeah, do it, man. Okay, so we're going to show this. This is going to be funny. Sugar Chris. Oh, dude. What can I say? I'm sorry. All right, here we go.
You to know that baby, the past. I got my red dress on tonight. Oh my God, in the dark, in the pale of night. My hair.
What is going on?
I'm freaked out. I don't know. I'm a little freaked.
Why?
That is weird.
Why does that exist?
Good stuff. That's the way I felt. Oh, where's Sugar Chris, man? I haven't seen him. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, Dean, you said you sent something. Where'd you send it, man? Can I have this for the man cave? You have to ask Felix. Felix will have to share that with you. Yeah, Mo says, okay, I watched it. I don't think it'll get you struck, but you might want to pause halfway through and talk a little. It's too late. It worked. It's fine. Oh, you shared it on Twitter? Okay, I'll get up and grab it. I'll get over there and grab it. Let me see. Let me see. Oh. Let me see. Okay. So Dean sharing this. Let me get here. Boom. All right. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
All right. So while a character profile from Morph revealed the character is non-binary, that doesn't mean the term will be heard in the series.
No, it shouldn't because it's in 1997.
Right. So
It didn't
Carliac,
exist.
I guess the name's Carliac, confirmed that the word won't be used in X-Men 97 as the series is set in the 90s. This all explains why Morph uses he, him pronouns in the new animated series, as Carliac said. Two things about that. One, as far as I know, we're never going to say the word non-binary because nobody said the word non-binary in the 90s. It's not that it didn't exist. It's just in no way a mainstream term at that time.
No, it didn't exist then.
It really didn't exist because
No,
nobody
yeah.
even thought of it. Morph's understanding of who he is could equate to what a modern person would say is non-binary, but he just doesn't have the terminology for it. At the same time, they, them wasn't a concept in terms of using it as a pronoun. Right.
No, it wasn't a concept, period. Not in terms of using.
Look at that. We got Crazy Matt in the house.
Crazy. Question of the week. Question of the week.
Good to see you, man. It doesn't exist now, let alone in the 90s. Right. But, you know, I mean, the only reason it exists is in word only. It's not, you know, it's kind of.
Yeah, there's no other country in all of history had ever had this idea of non-binary. Males and females have been in every culture on every part of the world. If there are aliens, they have male and female. They don't have this whole. There's no binary cows or bulls or frogs or dogs or.
Look at this.
Got me
Is
going.
Dean trying to tell everyone that X-Men 97 is good? No, it's
It is
not,
good,
Caroline.
Crazy
Dean,
Man.
it's shit. And everybody is saying it's good.
It is good.
That's
Dean
hilarious.
is right. Dean is right.
Yeah, look
I
at
can't
this.
believe
The
I'm
only
saying that.
non-binary
Dean is
person
right.
in the 90s was Pat from SNL.
Yeah. Yeah, Pat was. Yeah.
But
that's funny.
I mean, true. Nobody said non-binary, and if you didn't know, a lot of people didn't even try to identify as anything. They just
No, it's all made
did
up.
what they did. So yeah, it's kind of weird, but whatever. I really don't care about it.
No.
It's literally retarded. If he's not going to bring it up, then I don't even know why we're even having the discussion about it and why they had to make this thing that they made right here.
It's a discussion because that's all they ever talk about because these people don't have
Right.
lives.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, they could have left it in the beginning of that, you know, of the X-Men intro or the outro.
Credits.
Yeah, the
And it
credits.
shows their files.
But to be honest, who cares? If they're not going to talk about it, then oh well. I'll shut the cartoon off before the credits come on anyway. Most people aren't even going to, read that. So who cares?
Well, here's the thing. People don't care anyways. They try to make, no one cares. No one cares what you do in the bedroom. Outside of Mo cares what you do, Derek. But that's beside the point.
Yeah, Mo cares what I do. A lot of people say, what's that? It's Pat. A ma'am or a sir, respect him or her for whatever it may be. It's time for androgyny. Here comes Pat.
Dude, that is so funny.
I love it.
But it's just crazy what comedy,
hey, man. Good to
comedy
see you.
becomes like real world. Like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, if they wouldn't focus on it, nobody would even bother with it. They could live their life however the hell they wanted, and we wouldn't even care.
Yeah.
Go for it. Do what you do. Just don't be hurting people and doing crazy dumb shit, I guess. Other than that. They made a big deal out of it for no reason at all, just a big virtue signal. Yeah, it is. But that's
so
the way
they feel good about themselves.
Yeah. I really can't wait to get past this era. Not that I want to get older, but I'm like, I hate this era. This era is so strange and so.
Imagine being a kid. Imagine this being your youth, though, growing up with this stuff.
I know, but it's normal for them. So just imagine what they're going to do later. I don't know.
Yeah, they do want special. Yeah, they want to be treated. They want to be treated special, but not get any of the negatives for being treated special. They
they
know what
don't
I mean?
just
That
be
just
left to
doesn't exist.
live. Yeah, they want to be treated special. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's true. They want to stand out and they want to be glorified for it. And you're so brave. You're so brave given to them every time. But it's like, it's not really bravery very much anymore because it's such a norm. You know what I mean? Like, not that it's not hard. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to come out to your parents and they be fearful if they're going to disown you or whatever. I understand that.
Well, you still haven't told your dad about the Frank and Bill stuff, so
what? That was a good one. No, but it's true. They, I don't know. I just feel like, they want everybody wants a prize for just participating. It's like, no, we need to roll on. Just because you're participating. I know it makes me sound old when I say stuff like that, but that's really where we're at.
You remind me of Bill Burr.
I was trying to find a way to make that joke without sounding disrespectful. I mean, more than usual, right?
And more than usual. Oh man, that's pretty funny.
Hey, see you, Dean. Thanks for coming in, man. Good to see you always. Okay, my lunch break's over. Goodbye, my friends. I'll be listening while working. Awesome.
Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully it goes quick.
Yeah, we're probably going to call this. I mean, it's going on an hour and a half, so we're hanging. We love hanging with you guys, but I feel like we're probably going to call it a night. But
yeah, I want to go to sleep. Crazy
Mad, it was great to see you pop in here, man. Thanks for coming by. X-Men 97.
No, Crazy Mad, watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, he can
have
his
the
opinion.
Third episode come out tonight at 12 a.m.?
Oh, I don't know.
I might stay up I might go to sleep now and wake up just to see it.
I'm gonna watch Shogun.
The 50-second clip they showed, the mansion's turning into hell.
Ooh, nice.
Like demons and stuff are around. It looked really cool.
Crazy Man said, I just got here. He's doing the whole Corey thing now. I just got here. No. Oh, it comes out at 3 a.m.
Oh, screw that.
Okay. Well, that's all right. But I'm going to watch Shogun. That's what I'm going to go do. Because I haven't seen any of it. I don't know what it's like. I'm going to go give it a shot. So, see what it is. The mansion turning into hell is to set up the Hellfire Gala episode. Nice. Oh, if they do that, I'm over, man. I'm done. I will forever give up Disney, I think. That'll be it.
They just have Morph changing into different outfits the whole time.
Oh,
fabulous.
You'd probably love it.
Shut up.
It would suck. Better choice, Dirk. Shogun is dope.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going with Shogun tonight.
It looks good. I was looking forward to it. I wonder, is the whole series out or is it just like an episode a week?
I think it's got like 6 episodes out now. Is that right? Has it been out that long?
Good. Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, so we can watch.
I hope it's got some Last Samurai vibes.
Oh, I bet it'll be better than that. It's going to be...
Dude, Last Samurai is pretty good. To be better than that, that's tough, man.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be more historical.
What are you talking about? Last Samurai is 100% historical. Tom Cruise included.
I don't think it's like completely.
Tom Cruise has been alive and since then. And Tom Cruise is... There can be only one. I don't know. I want to say Hellblazer, but that's not what they're called.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
What are those things?
6 out of 10 or 12 total. So yeah, we're about midway point with these episodes. So that's pretty cool. Now, what'd you say?
I don't know. What'd you say? I'm starting to. I think my meds are kicking in.
This is why we're slowing down and shutting down.
I am slowing down. I'm gonna start drooling pretty soon.
Okay. Well, guys, I look forward to letting everybody know whenever the book gets released on Amazon.
Hopefully before our next episode. Hopefully we
but I want to make it a thing on our next episode.
Oh, we're going to release it on our next episode?
I would like to. That's
Release
what I
the
said. You
Kraken?
put me down for it. Shogun's what Andor should have been. A good show. Ooh, okay.
Did you watch Andor?
Nice. I didn't.
Okay.
Crazy Mad likes it.
Oh.
So I don't know. I might give it a shot just because Crazy Mad likes it. It's the only reason I'll watch it, because he said so, and I'm going to be like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Although I don't have faith. But that's all right.
So
with that, everybody, thank you for stopping by. It was good to see everybody. We had a lot of fun tonight. I don't know. I guess we'll just see you around, or we'll
see you another time.
Another time. Thanks for stealing my line.
You stole my line.
Murph and Dirk and Dirk and Murph and Dirk.